We have got 2 breaks on tap for tonight. We're going to open a little more Tier 1 baseball. That just came in yesterday. Of course, we broke some last night. We're going to break some more tonight. And then we're going to break National Treasures basketball second up. And I believe there's at least a reasonably good possibility that we're going to have some teams in National Treasures basketball. There are 3 of them setting unpaid at the moment, all from the same person. So what will happen is this, guys. I'm going to wait, of course, until right before we break NT, which is our second break tonight. And if that bill still isn't paid by that point in time, then those teams will become available potentially. But meanwhile, we've got a little information to go over before we start ripping into things tonight. So how about we start off with that? First up there, of course, feedback, 100% automated. That's done just so you never have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get the same in return. And second message there, of course, just a big thank you. I do always appreciate you bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, keeping me company, informed of scores, all of the above. We are looking right now at breaks that are listed on eBay. This is the stuff we're going to be breaking over the next few days. So tomorrow I'm expecting Leaf Best of Sports to come in, and we will open a 10-box case of that. Spots are sold by the first letter of the last name. They're all listed in the football category, and Redemption has its own bidding spot. If we were to pull a Redemption, by the way, it would be autographed memorabilia or a sealed box of cards or potentially a sealed pack of cards. So that's what that is. And yeah, half case of Gypsy Queen baseball as well tomorrow night. That'll be the start of a new case and the start of our last case of Gypsy Queen for the year. Saturday, we're going to open a half case of Bowman baseball. It's the back half of the case that we started a couple nights ago, the one where they shorted us a box. Boo. On Sunday, that's Mother's Day. We're not going to break that night, so that's an off night. But Monday, we'll be back at it, breaking the rest of that Gypsy Queen. On Saturday, or Tuesday rather, where did I say Saturday? I have no idea. Let's back up there. On Tuesday, we're going to be busy. We're going to open a 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys, a second case of Leaf Best of Sports, the last of the Panini Flawless Football for this year, and another case of Tier 1 baseball. So that's what Tuesday looks like. Meanwhile, the 411 for tonight is this. Both of our breaks are paid shipping breaks. I am anticipating that they're going to go out the door approximately Monday the 13th. Now, if these don't have a ton of cards in them, so there's a remote possibility I can get it on the way Saturday. And if I can, I certainly will. But kind of plan on Monday and just be pleasantly surprised if I'm able to work fast enough to get them out sooner to you. And, of course, consolation cards. So if you happen to get skunked in either one of these breaks tonight and your team does not pull anything, not a base card, not one single thing, you are still entitled to consolation cards. They can be from any year and any series. And in this instance, they will ship out with the rest of the break since it's a paid shipping break. So if you hit cards or if you don't hit cards, you're going to get a package either way, and it should be on the way to you roughly Monday. That's the moral of the story on that page. So first up tonight is our 12-box case of Tier 1 baseball. And, of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Thursday night, the 9th of May. Team names are there on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders, of course, are across from each team. And a new spreadsheet will go up when we do NT basketball. So if you're waiting around for that one, you've got a few minutes, not, a terribly long time. Tier 1 is a relatively quick break, but you probably got, 20, 25 minutes, give or take 10 minutes. You probably noticed right there, the background did go out of focus a little bit. That is by design, so don't sweat that. We're going to be able to see our cards with no problems. And for those of you who might have jumped in after I had already started tonight, we may have some teams available in National Treasures basketball. I will check again right before we break it. So after we do tier 1 and before we start NT basketball, I'll check and see if that invoice has been paid. It is all associated with one particular bidder. And then we may have some teams available. We'll take a look and see what the situation is there. And so for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, might come into play tonight. We'll know in a little while. Greg is here. Hi, Greg. We haven't seen you much lately. How things been? How you been, my friend? And Andy, hey, back to you, Andy. And Kirk. Hi, Kirk. Greg, you are selling a Reese Hoskins Inception patch on eBay. Oh, all right. Well, are you getting good bids? Maybe, we hope. Jonathan is here. You've got the Reds tonight. You got my Cincinnati Reds. Sweet. We won today, too, thanks to Suarez. Yeah, of course, you know, I'm always happy when my Reds get a win, but sometimes it seems like they're few and far between. I don't know. Every year I think we're going to be better than we are. But anyway, I'm still excited. You know, we got Senzel up. We've got some good stuff going on. And we've got a pretty good farm system in behind us. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there. But in the meanwhile, I was glad to get a win today. Michael, the Fisherman Wickersham. You might be interested in some teams in NT basketball. Excellent. I will let you know about those right after we finish tier 1. I'm going to give that person a little more time, you know, as much time as I can. I do know sometimes people get hung up, things happen. So I'll check it one final time right after we finish tier 1. If it's still sitting there unpaid at that time, then yeah, we'll have those. We'll have 3 teams possibly available. Greg, you've had you've been buying lots of Hoskins, or lots of people have been buying Reese Hoskins from you? I'm not sure what you're saying there. Chris, you're looking for some baby Vlad, little Vlad Guerrero Jr., who apparently is in here as a redemption, as Chris is asking for redemption mojo for Vlad, so I didn't realize he was a redemption in here. Justin just wants a 1 of 1. He doesn't care who gets it. You should have seen last night, Justin, we pulled a 1 of 1 Chris Bryant out of here. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. One of the earlier cards that we pulled out last night, as a matter of fact. Michael, I do know which teams. I usually just, you know, because I don't want to shame anybody or whatever, I usually don't call them out until I look at the point at which I decide, yeah, it's, you know, they're unpaid, and then I will for sure announce the teams and the last prices they were on eBay and all that jazz. Since they all go to one person, it'll be one of those instances where all 3 teams will need to sell before any would sell, because if I cancel it, I got to cancel the guy's whole order. You know what I mean? Greg, you said lots of people have been buying your Reese Hoskins. Okay, well, good. It's always good to make a little money, isn't it? Justin Smoke, numbered to 200. So Toronto Blue Jays are first off the board. It's not exactly the one you're looking for, but a hit's a hit, right? And is he still in? No, he's in. Yeah, he's in a Blue Jays uniform. I should double check that because it was red. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. It's to 299. Canseco. You might notice there's some rough edges going on down here. You can see a little bit of white. There's maybe some chipping, a little bit of the foil peeling up, whatnot. But it's still a pretty cool little hit for the Oakland A's with Jose Canseco to 299. Meanwhile, here come the Blue Jays again. Marcus Stroman, relic, 375. And St. Louis Cardinals to 375, Matt Carpenter. Yeah, Justin wants to. I must have the Indians. He says I need to remember Francisco Lindor for him. Yeah, okay, all right. We do have a redemption. It's going to sit right there, face down. We will flip it over at the very end of the break. That's where we'll find out who it is, and then we'll go to the Panini website and verify our team and all that jazz. So you have Jake Bowers. It is numbered to 250 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Behind that is Nolan Arenado for the Rockies to 375 with a relic. Of course, our face down redemption here that I'm so mean, I'm evil, I keep it face down. Anyway, that's our other autograph hit, obviously, out of this one. Chris is like happy that there's a redemption. He's thinking, oh, maybe. We hope, don't we? Michael Conforto comes out, and where's the number on this? Oh, it's hidden down there in the uniform. Dang, that is to 100. I like to never found that. Relic and autograph. And as is often the case with Topps, when they pair a relic and an autograph, the autograph is a sticker rather than a hard signed auto. Segura Mariners. I think we hit him last night too. I don't remember if it was autograph or relic though, but this one's an autograph to 299. Chapman getting the Yankees on the board with a relic, and it has a pinstripe. Hooray, to 375. I don't know why I left our empty wrapper on the table. I have a bad habit of that, don't I? I've got to throw those off. I usually do throw them off, but I'm always so anxious to look at tier 1. I just am like, I want to know what it is. Tampa Bay Rays, Willie Adames to 250. Blake Snell. Wow, this is also to 250. It's like a Tampa Bay Rays box, kind of. They got both the autographs out of that box to the Rays. And behind that, the Twins to 375 with Max Kepler. Yeah, that would have been seriously crazy if the third one out had also been for the Rays out of that same pack. That would have been crazy, right? Byron Buxton, numbered to 150, Minnesota Twins. Minnesota, eh? And Andrew Jones, we pulled him last night, but this is a 1 of 1, so there you go. The 1 of 1 you asked for, that you said you wanted to see, well, there is one for you. It's for, well, not for you maybe, but it's the one you just said you didn't care who it was, so we're going to say it's for you, as in to, you know, for you to be able to see it. Andrew Jones, Atlanta Braves, gold ink, 1 of 1, makes me happy. And there's Vlad Guerrero Sr. for the Angels to 175 with a relic. Notice that they add a lot more Vlad Guerrero stuff of Senior. Now that Junior has made it up, there's like so much interest, all of a sudden more interest in Senior as well. So we're starting to see a lot more stuff for Senior show up in these products too. So Dennis Santana to 250, and that's got maybe a tiny little imperfection down there, front lower left, not terribly so, for the Dodgers. And behind that, numbered to 25, another Blake Snell. Tampa Bay Rays are just pretty well crushing this right now. Got 2 bad corners on the back, actually 3 bad corners on the back. The only one that's not got some chipping and maybe even has a little minor is lower left. The other 3 have some very noticeable white on their corners, as you can see there. So doesn't come out perfect, but at least it looks really good from the front. You know, the back, sometimes the back of these don't look great. Eric Hosmer, Padres, 375, relic. I know, Justin, right? Tampa is crushing it. Sometimes you just get on a roll, and there you go. The Phillies, Dylan Cozens to 250. And we're all right on that one, I think. Yeah, I thought I saw something that looked a little less than perfect, but it was very, very minor. Mitch Haniger to 240, Seattle Mariners. White Sox are coming up next. Michael Kopech to 375. Relic. I'm going to scoot some of this up a little bit in case I need to make another pile, which I may have to. Cedric Mullins to 250 for the Baltimore Orioles. Got a rough corner. Actually, yeah, 2 rough corners and little, maybe 3 sort of on the back side of that. But the front side, once again, looked pretty good. Alex Wood to 299 for the Dodgers. Oh, nice relic. Nice relic. To 25. You guys know I'm a sucker for a good piece of cloth. I love that we got part of the name there, the K for the Rockies. That's to 25. Nolan Arenado. And I really, really like that relic. And we have a little extra in this box in the form of Albert Almora to 375 for the Cubbies. I thought that pack felt very thick. Yeah, it did, because we had an extra hit in there. Sometimes they are kind and give us a little more. Reyes to 25. Man, that blend, you can like hardly see that. You know, that gold ink really, if you just look at that straight on, that blends in so much you can hardly see it. To look at it at an angle to get a good glimpse of it, but it is the Padres to 25. They should probably consider what the background looks like before they have these guys sign them in gold, or make sure that their Sharpies or paint pens or whatever are full, because when they're full, they come in a little bolder, stand out a little more, like they do here. Josh Hader, Brewers, 225, and a couple corners, not perfect, but not as bad as some we've seen. Justin Smoke, Toronto Blue Jays, 375. Closing in on it. New York Yankees, David Justice, and we've got some peeling right there. Can you guys see that? Hopefully it's basically under the N in one all the way through the N in talent. There's basically, I mean, it's just kind of the foil peeling up a little bit. I don't know any other way to say it, but I think you can probably see it. It's numbered to 299. We had a couple of cards last night with that same sort of issue. This is not nearly peeling up nearly as much as the one I saw last night was. To 299, it's Matt Chapman in the Oakland A's. Whoops, that is not the right sleeve. Justin still needs his Indians. We got to try to find him some Cleveland in here. Justin Upton, 375, Angels. Another pack with a little extra hit in it. Happens to be Buster Posey to 375, San Francisco Giants. Corbin Burns to 250 for the Milwaukee Brewers. And that, I think that's all right. I was gonna, there's maybe a little, I don't really think it's quite coming up yet. Maybe a little down in that lower left edge, looking a little dicey, but it's not actually peeling up yet. Hopefully it won't. Kyle Tucker and the Astros to 200. Red Sox getting involved late with a Chris Sale relic to 375. And now we are on our last pack / last box. So you know what that means. That's right. It is last box mojo time. We're trying to find the big, fiery, smoking hot hit in here. Meanwhile, we do have a redemption that we'll be flipping over at the end of the break, so don't forget about it. And then after we flip that over, of course, we'll do the recap from there. Trevor Williams to 250 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. out of that Pirates. And Bob Gibson. Wow, that's cool. I love that. I love some of these throwback SIGs. That's the 80 for St. Louis Cardinals. Philadelphia Phillies with your ace Aaron Nola to 375. Maybe not quite pitching like an ace right at the moment, but, you know, he's going to get back on track, you got to think. So our redemption, we're going to flip it over, then we'll go to the Topps website and verify the team. Alex Bregman, that's coming out for the Astros. Tier 1 talent autograph, and that kid just seems like he's just getting better and better and better, doesn't he? All right, let me get us to the page we need to be on. I'm there, now let me get you there. Now let's get ourselves, there's the checklist for Tier 1. Where are you, Tier 1? There we go. And we are looking for Tier 1 talent is our card set. It should be somewhere in here, somewhere over the rainbow. There we go. Alex Bregman, there you see him, and Houston Astros as we expected it to be, but now it's all happily official so that everybody got a chance to see it. Okay. The Phillies, we're going to look at our relics first, recap those first. The Red Sox, the Giants, Angels, Blue Jays, Cubbies, Rockies, White Sox, Padres, Angels, Twins, the Yankees, the Rockies, Cardinals, and Blue Jays again. So those are our relics that do not have any signatures or anything attached to them. This is our little stack of signatures. A redemption for Alex Bregman and the Astros. Bob Gibson for the Cardinals. A little Trevor Williams there for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Kyle Tucker and the Astros. Corbin Burns, Brewers. For the A's, it's Matt Chapman. David Justice and the Yankees. Josh Hader for the Brewers. Reyes, Padres. Wood, Dodgers. Mullins, Orioles. Haniger for the Mariners. For the Philadelphia Phillies, we've got Dylan Cozens. There is Blake Snell for the Tampa Bay Rays. One of a pair of Blake Snells we have in here, I do believe. Dennis Santana, Dodgers. There's our 1 of 1, our Andrew Jones for the Atlanta Braves. Always nice to see our 1 of 1s come out. Byron Buxton, Minnesota Twins. Blake Snell, there's your second Blake Snell. Willie Adames, Rays. Segura for the Mariners. Then we have Conforto managed to come out here and help out the Mets a little bit. Jake Bowers for the Rays. Justin Smoke for the Blue Jays. And Jose Canseco for the Oakland A's. So that is Tier 1 all wrapped up in a nutshell. Now let me catch up on chat over here. So, Chris, you said if it's Mystery Redemption A, they announce it's Vlad. So, yeah, I didn't realize they had announced Mystery Redemption A. So, Mystery Redemption B, we know is Eloy for the White Sox. So, if A has officially been announced as Vlad, then yeah, it would, of course, if it's Vlad Guerrero Jr., would, of course, go to the Blue Jays. So, yeah, that's how that would work. And Justin, daggone it, you got shut out again. I am sorry, man. That is, like, no fun at all. Nobody likes it when that happens. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go check and see whether we are paid or not paid or what our situation is on this last little bit of NT basketball. While I'm doing that, I'm going to leave this page up there for a minute for anybody who might not have seen it earlier. If you jumped into the break later after I had already discussed that, please take a minute and review the info that you see there on the screen and let me see where we are with National Treasures. All right, so it does look like we still have an unpaid invoice in here at this time. And it would be the Pacers, the Magic, and the Timberwolves. Pacers, Magic, and Timberwolves. Now, here's the deal. Those are all one person. So I've got to be able to sell all three teams to cancel the order. Otherwise, then, you know, we'll just let it ride and hope that person pays me, although you never know. So the Pacers' last bid was basically $45. It was $44.99. The Magic, the last bid was $81. The Minnesota Timberwolves' last bid was $69. So that all totals up to just about $195, $194.99 to be exact. So if someone wants to pick that up, let me know. And of course, in the instance of you picking it up in chat, I wouldn't, you know, you can get the shipping thrown in with it. I'm not going to charge you the shipping on it if you pick it up here in chat, especially if somebody picks up all three. So again, priority is going to be to somebody that wanted all three or wanted two of the three. If nobody wants all three or even two of the three, then I would look at selling them one at a time, but they do all three have to go for me to be able to cancel out that invoice. Meanwhile, I've switched you back to my view because I'm going to come and update the spreadsheet to reflect that those are currently unpaid teams before we display it, just so it's properly recorded here. And then you guys can decide what, if anything, you want to do with it. Let me get that saved. And all right, so where are we here? All right, so Michael, you're saying how much of a deal on all three? Well, I mean, you know, tell me what you want to pay, and if it's, you know, reasonable, we'll take a look at it. Otherwise, Andy says he would take the Wolves, and Michael says he would take the Magic. That would leave us with the Pacers. So is there anybody that wants the Pacers if Andy takes the T-Wolves and Michael took the Magic? That would leave us the Pacers at $45. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. You want to do 100 on the Magic and the Pacers together. Oh, wow, man. That's like quite a bit less. That's quite a bit less, isn't it? Hang on a second. I'm terrible with math in my head. I know, but that's, you know, what are you going to do? It's not my strong suit, so I'm trying to figure out percentage-wise what that is, but I think it's quite a bit. So, guys, here's the deal. Does anybody want the Pacers, yay or nay? Michael, if you want the Pacers and the Magic together, I mean, I might do like 115, but I really don't want to do 100 flat. And of course the T-Wolves, Andy said he would pick up. So let me know, guys, what you are thinking. In the meantime, let's go ahead and look at, not that, let me hit the right thing. We'll take a look at our spreadsheet. So this is a 4-box case of National Treasures basketball. It's a full case break. It's break number 4. And of course, it also ended tonight on eBay, Thursday night, the 9th of May. And we've got the teams on the left-hand side. The winning bidders are across from it. On the right-hand side, we are currently trying to find a home for the Pacers, the Timberwolves, and the Magic. Those all, again, belong to one person. So I need to, if we're going to be able to sell them, I need to be able to sell them as a group. because I can't cancel the guy's order and for part of the teams and not all the teams. So if we're going to cancel it, I got to cancel it for all of them. So nobody's interested in picking up the Pacers, I take it? Yes? No? All right, so Michael is going to pick up the Pacers and the Magic at 115. Okay, and then Andy, you're going to pick up the Twins for 69. Is that right? I'm going to change the spreadsheet to reflect that here in just a second. I've got to also type in my PayPal info and make sure, Andy, that you are still there and you're good to go. So if you'll just weigh in, Andy, and let us know we're squared away, that would be awesome. And what I'm typing in here right now, that is an email that I use for PayPal, but I don't really use it for correspondence. I've had it for about 800,000 years, and it's tied to a lot of auto pay and different weird things that, frankly, I just don't want to go update. So I keep it for that purpose, but, you know. In other words, don't send a message there and think I'm going to see it, because it's either going to go to spam or it's going to sit there for about 6 months until I finally decide to clean out that inbox. All right, so that's going to have Michael with the Pacers and the Magic, and Andy, we're just, so yeah, you want the T-Wolves, right, Andy? The T-Wolves were at 69, and you're good for that, correct? You're ready to go? If yes, I hope, then you can shoot that over to the same email address that I just typed in there a second ago for Michael. And then, meanwhile, let me go fix the spreadsheet here real quickly. And all right, that is all right, so I think I've got that fixed. Now, let me get back in here to eBay. I've got to get that order canceled out of there. And then I'll be right back with you here shortly, just in a second. All right. We are... All right, that is almost done, almost done. All right, order is canceled, so we're done on eBay with that part. And Michael, you said you're all squared away, paid up, good to go. Awesome. And Andy, just let us know when you are squared away, sir, and we will be ready to roll on down the road here. Before we do that, though, let me put you back up the updated spreadsheet here, which now reflects our unpaid teams having a new home. So that means Michael has got the Pacers and the T-Wolves, and Andy is picking up the Magic. The little Orlando Magic love. Hopefully, the mojo is going to work for you guys. You know, you'd be surprised how often somebody will come in and pick up the unpaid teams, and then, you know, they're rewarded with good hits for, you know, good mojo for picking them up. So hopefully that's going to be the case. Andy says he's all squared. We are good to go. Yay. Thank you, gentlemen. I always appreciate those of you who come in and grab our unpaid teams. We hadn't had as many of those lately, so there for a little bit we went on a run there of a couple of weeks where it just seems like we had an outrageous amount of them, and then things got a little bit better, and then they went kind of off the wire a little bit tonight, but as a whole, not too bad lately. lately. Oh, Michael, Medic14 is your eBay username. All right, I'll try to remember that. Because most of the time, I will just print those directly from PayPal, those shipping labels on like stuff like that. If you've got something coming, which you would have here, of course. But if you also have stuff coming through eBay, I might just print the print a label in eBay and just copy the tracking into PayPal or something like that, so you can keep track of what's what and who's who and all that stuff. Yes, Andy, you got it right. He said PayPal said it's an antique place. Yeah, it's actually the name of my business is technically is This and That Antiques and Collectibles. And I don't do much in the way of antiques anymore. I used to many years back, several years back, but for probably the last, I don't know, dozen years or so, it's been mostly collectible type stuff. And then for the last several years, it's been mostly trading cards and memorabilia. But I never, you know, I mean, the name's, it's an LLC, you know, your tax people always have you do that sort of stuff. So then to change it would be a big old pain in the patootie. So I just leave it where it was back in the day. I don't think changing it on PayPal would be any easier. So much like my ancient email address that I keep because it's tied to so many things. Yeah, same deal. But yeah, he said, yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, make sure you didn't send it to the wrong place. I feel you. Yeah, I think it should say this and that or something like that. Like, why'd I name it that anyway? I don't know. I think I must have been having a very uninspired day creatively. I was probably doing the incorporation papers and somebody hadn't occurred to me maybe. Somebody's like, oh yeah, what are you going to call it? I don't know, this and that. Who knows? I was younger, a lot younger. I don't know what to tell you. It was a very bad choice. It's so nondescript. But anyway, what are you going to do? Okay, so we have one base card in every box of these. So it's always going to be on the top. Our first one is for the Spurs. It's DeMar DeRozan to 99. Then our relic to 99, Dominique Wilkins for the Hawks. So it pretty much goes, base card, relics, then we start getting into autographs. Paul Gasol, Spurs, with the wrong sleeve I just picked up, with Game Gear relic. Okay, what is this? I must have a whole pack of wrong sleeves just came out of there. Daggone it. How does that keep happening? I swear to you, there's like a little, what's not a good fairy, but the ones that cause trouble. Not exactly a gremlin, but like a gremlin. Anyway, I swear to you, something gets in here and switches up all my sleeves every night. Always grab a pack, and I think they're the thick ones, and they're the thin ones, and vice versa. Chris Middleton for the Milwaukee Bucks. Numbered to 25, it's Andre Drummond and the Pistons. Gina's here. Hi, Gina. She says it's a better name than Some Stuff. I don't know. I might have kind of liked Some Stuff. Some Stuff Incorporated. Hey, man, why not? Andy says he thinks it's a good name. So see, Andy's being nice to me. I know it's not a great name though. Numbered to 99, Reggie Jackson and the Pistons. That one is a relic and an autograph. And so is this one for the Lakers with a little Lonzo Ball to 99. This is going to make the Miami Heat happy. Dwayne Wade. Always good to see him come out, especially now because of it being his farewell year. It's numbered to 99 for the Miami Heat. Getting a nice Dwayne Wade to wrap up his career. Of course, we'll see him in things anyway, well after he's retired, I'm sure. Jason Kidd to 99 as a net. And our printing plate out of box number 1 is the Magic with Wes Iwundu. And You guys probably know the deal with these printing plates. I assume that you do, but then again, I probably shouldn't assume. So for anyone who doesn't know, those printing plates will quite frequently have scratches, scuff marks, sometimes ink, all kinds of craziness going on there because they are actually used in the making of the card. So don't expect those to come out and be like minty, minty perfect, but just consider it to be part of their charm when they're not. Numbered to 99 for the Magic, that's Evan Fournier. Patrick Ewing and the Knicks, that is numbered to 99. And then we have DeAndre Bembry to 99, Atlanta Hawks. Robert Covington to 99, T-Wolves. And then here come the Pacers. So at least everybody who picked up one of the teams, we know you have at least one card because there they all came. Magic, T-Wolves, now Pacers. To 99, a Reggie Miller relic. That is game worn. Kind of cool. And T-Wolves with an autograph hit here to 25, Jared Terrell. Lakers have another one headed their way. That looks like Rick Fox to 99. New York Knicks. Walt Frazier, little throwback ink to 99. And we have ourselves a Lonnie Walker for the Spurs, numbered to 99. You've got a nice relic there for the Spurs, and of course your signature on there. A little rookie RPA for the Spurs. Our printing plate headed to the Cavaliers with LeBron James. That's out of 1718 NT originally. Andy says, we need better than those cards. Well, hey, man, I'm just saying I'm glad you weren't getting skunked. I'm not like saying, that you should settle for just that. Obviously we always hope everybody gets something awesome for their team. I'm just particularly glad that nobody got skunked, considering you guys were nice enough to step in and pick those teams up. Ben Simmons for the 76ers to 99. And Blake Griffin to 99, Pistons. Next relic out is Lou Williams for the Clippers. What's that numbered to? 99 as well. I should have kind of known that, right? I mean, that's kind of our theme for the evening. Relics are to 99. And the Wizards with John Wall. Surprisingly, don't see a ton of John Wall ink or relics. And I say surprisingly because he's a Panini exclusive athlete. I mean, you would kind of think you would see more of him. But in fact, you don't really get a lot of John Wall stuff. Isaiah Thomas, Detroit Pistons, the original Isaiah Thomas. That is a fantastic relic. It's numbered to 10, and it's pretty awesome, I have to tell you. Game worn as well, of course, but pretty awesome. Now we're starting into our autograph section. Numbered to 99. That is for the Warriors. And can I say this name? I kind of doubt it. Have I got weird sleeves up there again? What is going on? Sarunas Marcelionis. Yeah, I know that's not right. But hey, I gave it a go. I get points for trying, don't I? Antonio McDyess to 99. Detroit Pistons with another hit. Pistons have actually hit quite a bit in here tonight. The Spurs, George Gervin. Treasures of the Hall to 99. We have ourselves a redemption. It's going to sit right there face down because I'm real mean like that. And I flipped them over at the very end of the break, which in this case isn't going to be very long from now. And then we'll go to the Panini website. We'll find out what team it is, and we'll find out what, if anything, it's numbered to. San Antonio Spurs and Tony Parker with a 1/1 printing plate. It was originally out of 17-18 Immaculate Basketball. It was a logo man originally. Wouldn't we have liked to have the real card for that? That would have, you know, would have been really nice. Give us that logo man, Panini. Okay, this is our final box, so we are definitely last box mojoing it right now. And I gotta tell you, man, we need to find all kinds of things in here. I mean, I'd like to see Trae Young. I'd like to see Luka. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we're still looking for that I gotta hope comes out of here. Dennis Smith Jr. for the Mavericks /99. Next up is Kevin Knox /99 for the Knicks. Michael says the Spurs and the Pistons are killing it. You're not wrong. They have a lot of hits, the two of them, right now. /99, the Pistons again, Andre Drummond. Mo Bamba for the Magic /99. The Clippers with Jerome Robinson. That's numbered /25, a little bit lower there. And here we come into the last of our autographs. Numbered /25, it is Chris Mullin for the Warriors. Jerry Lucas, wow, for the Knicks. That's an oldie, /49. Clifford Robinson /99 for the Blazers. And, oh, look at that handsome card. That is for the T-Wolves. You do have a little bit of a bad kind of corner and edge down there. You can see the chipping, that little bit of white. But that is Okaji, and it is /25. It's a fantastic relic. Your nice on-card autograph. Rookie for the T-Wolves. Might have been worth the pickup after all, huh? Yeah, Andy, maybe. And our 1/1 printing plate, Atlanta Hawks, Kevin Willis, out of 17-18 Immaculate Basketball originally. Now, before we recap, of course, we do have this one redemption that we're going to be flipping over here in a moment. And once we flip it, then we'll go to the Panini website. We'll find out what team belongs to that card and also what, if anything, it is numbered to. And give me just 1 second. I'm cleaning up these sleeves so that I don't accidentally put them in the wrong bag this time. So that tomorrow when we're doing this, I won't be finding, you know, sleeves all mixed in together in the wrong sizes and weird stuff like that. Andy says I'm lucky for him. Well, good, Andy. I like that. I like being lucky for somebody. But, you know, I can't take the credit maybe. It's all up to Panini and what they decide to give us on any given day. All right, I managed to wrestle one sleeve back out of there left-handed, and it gives us Chandler Hutchison, RPA, for the Bulls, that should be. And, of course, we're going to go check it out right now over here on the Panini website. Let me get myself over there, and then I'm going to bring you along with me. And I already had it set up for, obviously, the product, but now I've got to get to the card set. Rookie patch autographs. We're scrolling for a long time. And it is what? Card number 136. Scrolling a bunch more. Chandler Hutchison for the Bulls will be numbered /99. The magic number for NT this year seemed to be 99, doesn't it? Every time you turn around, whatever we're looking at seems to be numbered 99. All right, we got that all labeled up, and now it's time to recap it. After we do the recap, I will put up spreadsheet info one more time about shipping dates and about breaks that are coming up in the days ahead for anybody who might have missed it earlier or you just need to see it again. So the Atlanta Hawks, Kevin Willis, these are all 1-of-1 printing plates. Tony Parker for the Spurs. For the Cavs, it's LeBron James and Jonathan Isaac, Orlando Magic, and Wes Iwundu, Orlando Magic. So remember again, of course, printing plates may have scratches and other imperfections on the surface because they're working cards. They had a job to do. They made our other cards from past years. The Clippers, followed by the Magic, and that is Andre Drummond for the Pistons. There's the Knicks with Kevin Knox. There's the Pistons again with original Isaiah Thomas. The Wizards don't go home empty-handed. You got a relic there. The Clippers with a relic. The Pistons again. That one to Blake Griffin. The Pacers with Reggie Miller game-worn relic to 99. Oh, gosh. Hang on. Sorry. Something weird just happened with my iPad. I don't know how to make it stop. Ooh, that was weird. Robert Covington to 99. I must have just said something that sounded like Siri. DeAndre Bembry for the Hawks to 99. And Patrick Ewing for the Knicks has a relic. And an Andre Drummond. We have 2 Andre Drummond relics? I guess we did. We already see one? Yeah, I guess so. Chris Middleton and the Bucks. Paul Gasol and the Spurs. And for the Hawks, Dominique Wilkins. So those are our relics out of this case of NT. Next up, Chandler Hutchison and the Bulls with a relic, RPA. To 25, that is Josh Okogie for the T-Wolves. Clifford Robinson to 99, Blazers. Jerry Lucas to 49, Knicks. Chris Mullen to 25, Warriors. George Gervin to 99, Spurs. For the Pistons, Antonio McDyess, numbered to 99. For the Warriors, Sarunas Marcelionis. Probably not at all that. Lonnie Walker for the Spurs to 99, RPA. Walt Frazier to 99 for the Knicks. Rick Fox, you guessed it, to 99 for the Lakers. T-Wolves, Terrell to 25. Jason Kidd to 99 for the Nets. The Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade. Lonzo Ball came out for the Lakers. And last but not least is Reggie Jackson to 99 for the Detroit Pistons. All right, so that has NT basketball wrapped up, and that is actually all of the breaking and all of the recapping for tonight, but I will do spreadsheet info again as promised, so anybody that happened to jump in late or missed this or you need to see it again, whatever the case may be, it's rolling your way right now. So once again, Monday is the projected shipping date. These don't have a ton of cards, obviously, so if I can possibly get them out to you Saturday, I will. There are a couple of breaks ahead of it, and post office closes early on Saturday. So I'm not certain I can get it done by then, which is why I have it projected for Monday. But if I can possibly get it out to you sooner than that, I will gladly do so. And of course, once again, if you did not hit anything, not a single card, not one thing in one of these breaks, then you are still going to get a package. You will get consolation cards in the mail, and it will ship out with the rest of the break since this was and is a paid shipping break. Our breaks coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, Leaf Best of Sports. It comes out tomorrow. We're going to break it tomorrow night. It is a 10-box case. Spots are sold by the first letter of the last name. Redemption has its own bidding category. If we pull a redemption, it would be for signed memorabilia or a sealed box of cards, or possibly like a sealed rare pack of cards. The redemptions are not guaranteed. They're just like anything else. It's possible we could pull it. It's possible that we don't. But it does have its own bidding category because of the nature of what it is. So if we pull a redemption, it just goes to the redemption spot. Super easy. And everything is listed in the football category for those who might be looking for it. Also tomorrow night, Gypsy Queen Baseball. We're going to start a brand new case, and it will be our last case of Gypsy Queen for this year, as a matter of fact. On Saturday, we're going to break some Bowman Baseball. It's a half case. It'll be the back half of the case we started the other day. We were short a box. I opened the case, and it only had 11 boxes, not 12. But I did order an extra box at like an outrageously expensive cost. But anyway, it's due to be here tomorrow, so we'll be good to go on Saturday night. On Sunday, that's Mother's Day, so it's an off night. Monday, we're going to break the back half of that Gypsy Queen and get it locked and loaded. Then on Tuesday, we'll open a 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys, another case of Leaf Best of Sports. The last of the Flawless Football, which will be a 1-box half case break, and another 12-box case of Tier 1 Baseball. So that's what we look like for the days ahead, and I guess, yeah, that pretty well wraps us up for tonight. So once again, thanks everyone for being here. I very much appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening and a short day tomorrow, right? Hopefully Friday will feel like it just flies by, and then we'll be at the weekend. Take care now. We'll see you the next time. Bye.